your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
client-friendly, small-town service at your locally owned and operated SBS Lumber and Hardware in Redfield. They have all your small home repair needs covered. Plus, they now carry lumber and Valspar paints, along with all of your painting supplies. They have your fencing needs covered too. From carry pet to livestock, they're a proud supporter of all youth athletics and activities. So for whatever you need, look no further than your locally owned and operated SBS Lumber and Hardware in Redfield.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
At Heartland State Bank, our customers are at the center of everything we do. Heartland State Bank is a family-owned community bank and here for you. We have an experienced lending staff for fast, local decisions. Heartland State Bank offers competitive rates and is proud to provide uptown services with a hometown touch. With 4 locations in Redfield, Tulare, Wessington, and Highmore, we aspire to support the communities we live and work in. Heartland State Bank, member FDIC.
Every farm is unique, but all farmers have something in common: the desire to maximize their land and improve it for the next generation. You need a cooperative that offers peace of mind. AgTegra Cooperative is an ag partner that shares your values and is part of your community. From agronomy and grain operations to energy and feed, AgTegra will link your farm to the future. AgTegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
At Heartland State Bank, our customers are at the center of everything we do. Heartland State Bank is a family-owned community bank and here for you. We have an experienced lending staff for fast, local decisions. Heartland State Bank offers competitive rates and is proud to provide uptown services with a hometown touch. With 4 locations in Redfield, Tulare, Wessington, and Highmore, we aspire to support the communities we live and work in. Heartland State Bank, member FDIC.
Every farm is unique, but all farmers have something in common: the desire to maximize their land and improve it for the next generation. You need a cooperative that offers peace of mind. AgTegra Cooperative is an ag partner that shares your values and is part of your community. From agronomy and grain operations to energy and feed, AgTegra will link your farm to the future. AgTegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took.
Acres Ahead is back with AgTegra Cooperative. Now is the time to secure product, lock in early season prices, and receive delayed payment terms on your agronomy inputs. Fertilizer, seed, and crop protection purchases from Acres Ahead also qualify for triple play grain premiums, diesel discounts, and feed discounts. Contact your local AgTegra agronomist to learn more on how Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. AgTegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Independent Ag in Bristol, Verdon, Roscoe, and Watertown. A local business providing local service and local expertise. They're farmer-focused, service-driven, with a very knowledgeable staff that offers seed, chemical, and fertilizer sales. They make competitive offers at Independent Ag. They say, we know your acre. Check out the website, independentagservices.com, or call 605-395-6605. Independent Ag, proud to support local sports and activities.
At Heartland State Bank, our customers are at the center of everything we do. Heartland State Bank is a family-owned community bank and here for you. We have an experienced lending staff for fast, local decisions. Heartland State Bank offers competitive rates and is proud to provide uptown services with a hometown touch. With 4 locations in Redfield, Tulare, Wessington, and Highmore, we aspire to support the communities we live and work in. Heartland State Bank, member FDIC.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
You'll find friendly, small-town service at your locally owned and operated SBS Lumber and Hardware in Redfield. They have all your small home repair needs covered. Plus, they now carry lumber and Valspar paints, along with all of your painting supplies. They have your fencing needs covered, too. From carry pet to livestock, they're a proud supporter of all youth athletics and activities. So for whatever you need, look no further than your locally owned and operated SBS Lumber and Hardware in Redfield.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Acres Ahead is back with Agtegra Cooperative. Now is the time to secure product, lock in early season prices, and receive delayed payment terms on your agronomy inputs. Fertilizer, seed, and crop protection purchases from Acres Ahead also qualify for triple play grain premiums, diesel discounts, and feed discounts. Contact your local Agtegra agronomist to learn more on how Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Agtegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Independent Ag in Bristol, Verdon, Roscoe, and Watertown. A local business providing local service and local expertise. They're farmer-focused, service-driven, with a very knowledgeable staff that offers seed, chemical, and fertilizer sales. They make competitive offers at Independent Ag. They say, we know your acre. Check out the website, independentagservices.com, or call 605-395-6605. Independent Ag, proud to support local sports and activities.
At Heartland State Bank, our customers are at the center of everything we do. Heartland State Bank is a family-owned community bank and here for you. We have an experienced lending staff for fast, local decisions. Heartland State Bank offers competitive rates and is proud to provide uptown services with a hometown touch. With 4 locations in Redfield, Tulare, Wessington, and Highmore, we aspire to support the communities we live and work in. Heartland State Bank, member FDIC.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
You'll find friendly, small-town service at your locally owned and operated SBS Lumber and Hardware in Redfield. They have all your small home repair needs covered. Plus, they now carry lumber and Valspar paints, along with all of your painting supplies. They have your fencing needs covered, too. From carry pet to livestock, they're a proud supporter of all youth athletics and activities. So for whatever you need, look no further than your locally owned and operated SBS Lumber and Hardware in Redfield.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Acres Ahead is back with AgTegra Cooperative. Now is the time to secure product, lock in early season prices, and receive delayed payment terms on your agronomy inputs. Fertilizer, seed, and crop protection purchases from Acres Ahead also qualify for triple play grain premiums, diesel discounts, and feed discounts. Contact your local AgTegra agronomist to learn more on how Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. AgTegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Independent Ag in Bristol, Verdon, Roscoe, and Watertown. A local business providing local service and local expertise. They're farmer-focused, service-driven, with a very knowledgeable staff that offers seed, chemical, and fertilizer sales. They make competitive offers at Independent Ag. They say, we know your acre. Check out the website, independentagservices.com, or call 605-395-6605. Independent Ag, proud to support local sports and activities.
At Heartland State Bank, our customers are at the center of everything we do. Heartland State Bank is a family-owned community bank and here for you. We have an experienced lending staff for fast, local decisions. Heartland State Bank offers competitive rates and is proud to provide uptown services with a hometown touch. With 4 locations in Redfield, Tulare, Wessington, and Highmore, we aspire to support the communities we live and work in. Heartland State Bank, member FDIC.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
You'll find friendly, small-town service at your locally owned and operated SBS Lumber and Hardware in
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Ken Greeno building for tonight's volleyball matchup between the Redfield Pheasants and the Milbank Bulldogs. This is a Northeast Conference matchup and a Region 1A matchup. Coming into the games tonight, Milbank has a current record of 7-4, and they are sitting 4th in the region, 3-1 overall in the conference. And they last played Tuesday night against Sioux Valley and lost in 3 straight sets. The home squad tonight, the Redfield Pheasants, have a current record of 8-4, and they're sitting in first place in the Region 1A standings. They have a conference record in the Northeast Conference of 5-0, and against teams above 500, they are 2-4. Milbank against teams that are above 500 are 1-4, but have a much better record on the road with 2-1. Tonight's contest is a big one for both squads. It's probably way too early to be talking about playoffs, but we will do it anyway, and as we'll have some implications on some seedings, not only for the region, but also who finishes where in the conference. Earlier tonight in the JV contest, Milbank defeated Redfield in two good games here, 25-22 and 21-25. For Redfield in recent action, they are coming off a loss to Miller on Tuesday night in Redfield in 3, but All three of the games were pretty close. Redfield lost a nail-biter in the first one, 25-23. Lost the second set, 25-20. Came back on that one, and then third set, 25-19. And Miller's record was 11-1 at the time. So Miller, a very good squad that Redfield did play very, very tough. So tonight promises to be a good volleyball game. Coach Nancy Hookey for Milbank has been there for a long time, and Coach Osborne has been in Redfield for a long time, so they know each other very, very well. Two programs that are usually in the top half of the conference and play very good volleyball. So we are excited to play some good volleyball tonight. We'll have the starting lineups here coming shortly. Also, I have admitted on the air that my play-by-play knowing of the rules of volleyball is not the greatest, so I have Kyle Falk with us. And Kyle is going to do some color and can help me out on some of those rules. So we will get going with the starting lineups here real shortly after the national anthem. Test, can you hear me? He can't hear me. Phones? That phone's the blue one is at about 3 quarters. Yep, the blue one that says phone.
First of all, the starting lineup for the Bulldogs.
Goes into input on the other one.
Addison Strauss. Number 5, a 5'3" senior, Haley Schulte. Number 6, a 5'7" senior, Avery Ingerboretson. Number 7, a 5'6" senior, Emily Jo Walsh-Rankin. Number 8, a 5'6" senior, Riley Overby. Number 14, a 5'6" junior, Rachel Schulte. And number 16, a 5'11" sophomore, Claire Snaza. The Bulldogs are coached by Kelly Kozlowski, Nicole Berg, and their head coach, Nancy Hookey. And now the starting lineup for our Redfield Lady Pheasants. Number 10, a 5'6" senior, Ashley Johnson. Number 1, a 5'6" senior, Cameron Walsh. Number 4, a 5'8" senior, Gracie Fax. Number 5, a 5'9" senior, Mallory Smith. Number 6, a 5'11" junior, Katie Roselle. Number 7, a 5'9" senior, Katie Smith.
So I pull them out of the big one and put them in the little one? Okay, hold on.
The Pheasants are coached by assistant coach Brianna Gore and Sarah Roselle and head coach Mr. Joel Osborne. Officials for tonight's competition, Robin Hartley and Sean Hansen.
Nope.
Let's play volleyball.
Okay, I think we got it. Thanks, Sam. Bye. Now, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tommy Gregg, and I'm with Kyle Falk here. He is the color guy. I added a partner to our little play-by-play here. Getting started for tonight. Not sure what you heard or didn't, so a little quick rundown before we get going. Redfield is at 8-4 coming into this contest. First place in the Northeast Conference and Region 1A. Lost to Miller on Tuesday night in 3 pretty good games. Lost 3-0, but they were close. And Milbank comes in with a 7-4 record, currently 4th in the Region 1A with a 3-1 conference record compared to Redfield 5-0. And they're 2-1 on the road, so this is historically is a very good volleyball game. So we're going to get started. Milbank has one and will serve. And Milbank gets the first point there. Coach Falk, what did you see there out of Milbank so far?
So far, they look like they're in system pretty well. Just a little late for the Pheasants there on the block.
Another point, another block at the net for Milbank. Serving for Milbank. These numbers are kind of hard to see with the Milbank is black long sleeve trimmed with the maroon, and Kraus, number 2, Addison Kraus serving, and Milbank has an early 2-0 lead. And another long volley back and forth there, and Gracie Fast puts one down for her first point of the game. Rolf serving for the Pheasants here, trailing 2-1. Coach Falk, how big is it to win those long rallies like that?
Oh, it's huge in volleyball. Rallies are everything there, and when you can get one of those long ones, it can turn the tide real quick for you.
And Rolf sets Fast again and goes just a little deep. Serving for Milbank now, number 6, Avery Ingerboretson, 5'7" senior, setter, right side. And Smith tries to put one down, but is blocked at the net, giving Milbank an early 4-1 lead, and Ingerboretson back to the line for the Bulldogs. Fast gets one to drop for her second kill. Coach Falk, talk about serving a little bit. Is there different quadrants for our listeners out there, different areas on the floor, or how do they just throw it up and hit it, or does the coach tell them where to go with it?
Coach usually tells them where to go with it. There's 6 different areas you want to try and serve to, 7 if you want to count the medal.
Milbank puts one down at the net there. Couldn't see there. Is that 14 Schulte? No. Maybe Snaza. 16 Snaza with the kill. Mallory Smith was serving for the Pheasants there. And a little miscommunication and ball off Fast's arm there, just didn't get him back into serve receive, and Milbank picks up another point. Looks like Rachel Schulte is serving for the Bulldogs, who are up 6-2 here early in set 1. And that's an ace. That ball must have moved a little bit. When people serve their Coach Falk, do they get the ball to move a little bit or play games with the defenders? Is there different types of serves?
Yeah, you can go fast with it. You can get some topspin, get it drop. You can go kind of a knuckleball and go with a float serve.
they get another one to fall. Ingerboretson with the little tip there, and Milbank is up big early on the Pheasants, 8-2. And this is what the Pheasants did a nice job the other night against Miller, is not letting them get out on long scoring runs, and Milbank is doing that now to them. There you go. Oh, what do you got there, Coach Falk? What rule was broken there?
She went over the net on that one. So
on the bottom, underneath body?
Nope,
or
over the top.
Okay. Pheasants find themselves in an early hole here, trailing 10-2. Coach Osborne wants to talk it out. We'll be back after these.
Redfield. They have all your small home repair needs covered. Plus, they now carry lumber and Valspar paints, along with all of your painting supplies. They have your fencing needs covered too. From carry pet to livestock, they're a proud supporter of all youth athletics and activities. So for whatever you need, look no further than your locally owned and operated SBS Lumber and Hardware in Redfield.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Ken Greeno building. We are in set number 1 of this Northeast Conference matchup. Milbank is up early on the Pheasants from Redfield. See if they can dig themselves out of this hole. Ooh. Roselle pounds one, but it must have been that over the net there again, or we'll say she was over the net, and Milbank just pulling away with this first one, up 11-2. Set number 1 here from the Ken Greeno building. And there we go. Maybe that's the break the Pheasants need. A hitting error there by Milbank. And serving for the Pheasants is senior, number 4, Grace Fast. And Milbank finds a hole in that defense, grabs another point, and the Pheasants just cannot get anything strung together in multiples right now. If they get any points, it's 1 point, and then Milbank gets one back. And Roselle gets one to go down from Rolfs to Roselle there. Nice little back set. Now serving for the Pheasants is senior Annie Smith. And Milbank gets another one down. 16, Claire Snaza, 5'11", middle hitter, sophomore. Keeps it going for Milbank. In for the Bulldogs, number 5, Haley Schulte, 5'3", senior. She's going to serve for Coach Hookie here. Marie Weller has checked in for the Fez. And Roselle hammers one down the line off a Milbank arm. You know, Coach Falk, how is it most nights when the Pheasants are going good, they got 2-3 gals they're putting down. How important is that to stay competitive and be good down the stretch?
You have to spread it around a little bit. I mean, if you could become one-dimensional, it's easy to key in on them for the block.
Very much agree. And the Pheasants get a point there. Milbank was maybe out of rotation. I don't know. But Roselle got a point there serving and then serves one back into the net. Hey, we'd like to have a shout out to all of our listeners up there in Bismarck Way. Here we got a little fan club up there, so always good to hear that people are following the Pheasants in different states. Oh, and 2 Pheasants, Weller and Mallory Smith collide. Little miscommunication there, and this is all Milbank in set 1. All Milbank in set 1 here. Pheasants need to get something going here. Zenz tries to put one off the back line and just goes a little long. There we go. I think that was Mallory Smith with the kill there down the opposite corner. Nice little spike there. Serving for the Pheasants now is number 8, Chloe Zenz. Oh, and a miscue on the Milbank side, and it drops in. Yeah, the Pheasants, Coach Falk, just kind of seem like they're scrambling instead of being in position where they need to be. How important is that going to be going forward here in this match?
Well, they're going to have to sort that out pretty quick here. It seems to be a lot of lack of communication leading to some errors here.
There we go. The Pheasants get one. Rolfs to fast for the point. The Pheasants rattle off a couple here in a row, Coach Falk.
Yeah, that's a prime example right there why your first pass has to be good to the setter so she can give those hitters a chance.
And 15. Cassidy Seas gets one to drop off of it. Looked like fast arm there, and Milbank ends that series of points for the Pheasants at about 3 there. Milbank now has a 17-9 lead, set 1. And fast again. I believe that's her 4th kill so far tonight. I would think she's a key to the Pheasants being successful tonight.
Yes, I do. Her vision down that line right there, if she can see that they have been cheating in on her a little bit, and she would be able to go down that line a lot.
Rolf serving for the Pheasants, one of the Pheasants' better servers. Oh, and tipped out of bounds. Not fast. Zenz looked like she had a beat on it, but just couldn't get to it. Serving for Milbank, number 8, Riley Overbay, 5'6" senior. Rolfs to Fast again. Another kill for Grace Fast. I guess keep going to her till they stop it, and Gracie's really putting it down right now. Mallory Smith for serving for the Pheasants. And that's another point for the Pheasants. What'd you think about that, Coach?
Yeah, that's a good play there. They got the block up in time, and she had nowhere to go with it and ends up hitting it out of bounds.
Would you call that an unforced error in volleyball, or would that just be just a mental mistake?
That would just be a mental mistake there.
And look what we got here. Pheasants with another point. All of a sudden, they're clawing their way back into this game, trailing 13-18. Smith serving. Mallory goes wide right. Shouldn't have said anything. Jinxed them. And now they get a point with the rally scoring. So Milbank takes the ball and looks to regroup here. But you got to like the Pheasants' effort to not just cash it in and worry about game two. They're back in this thing. What was that? What do you see there? What rule was that?
Milbank was in the net there.
That's one Mr. Gregg's got to pick up on in the net. But nice little going up the middle there. The Pheasants are spreading around on that front line when they need to. Fast serving. Pheasants trailing 14-19. Couple tough hops in the net there, and Milbank gets that point to send the lead to 6. Is it hard to hit that ball when it goes off the net like bouncing around, or do you try to guess, or what?
No, it's pretty hard. It's kind of like trying to hit a changeup in baseball.
That's all I throw, Coach Falk. Did that go off the antenna there?
Yes, it did.
And Coach Osborne's going to call a timeout here, looking to talk it over with his players, and we will go to a quick commercial.
Acres Ahead is back with AgTegra Cooperative. Now is the time to secure product, lock in early season prices, and receive delayed payment terms on your agronomy inputs. Fertilizer, seed, and crop protection purchases from Acres Ahead also qualify for triple play grain premiums, diesel discounts, and feed discounts. Contact your local AgTegra agronomist to learn more on how Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. AgTegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
Welcome back, fans, to the Ken Greeno building, set number 1 versus this Northeast Conference matchup between the 5-0 Pheasants in the league and the 3-1 Bulldogs. This game's also big for Region 1A standings, and Milbank has jumped out to a pretty healthy 21-14 lead here in the first set. See how the Pheasants come out of that timeout. And boom, just like that, Rolfs to Roselle. Roselle gets her 4th kill of the night in the first set. So Roselle's got 4, and Fast has got 6. And Smith goes a little hard and a little deep there, and Bulldogs get another point, up 22-15. Coach Falk, how big is serving? Is it a mental issue, or how does that work with players sometimes?
It's about 70-30, 70% of it's mental, 30% of it's just consistency.
You see teams go through their struggles throughout the year. Is that fairly common with volleyball teams?
Yes, it is.
Another long volley, and I would say those long volleys tonight are about 50-50. What'd you see there?
Just a little bit out of system, didn't get a good pass up into the middle of the court, and had to turn around and try to make a spectacular play.
Milbank finds the middle of the defense, and maybe a little bit of lack of communication there, and now they are at set point. 17, Hayden Gall subbing in here for the Pheasants. Hayden Gall is a 5'8" freshman outside hitter can do some setting. Rolfs tries a little dump set there at the net and gets Milbank all out of whack and gets him to hit it into the net.
Yeah, that was good timing on that dump there.
Sometimes those work and sometimes they don't. I think a lot of it, like you said, is timing. Roselle serving for the Pheasants, trailing by 8. All of a sudden, here we go again, chipping away at it. Another point, Pheasants. Roselle back to the service line. Oh, and Milbank gets the last point of the match and takes match one by a score of 25-17. Pheasants will trail 1-0 and have some work to do. We will be back after these few messages from our sponsors.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Independent Ag in Bristol, Verdon, Roscoe, and Watertown. A local business providing local service and local expertise. They're farmer-focused, service-driven with a very knowledgeable staff that offers seed, chemical, and fertilizer sales. They make competitive offers at Independent Ag. They say, we know your acre. Check out the website, independentagservices.com, or call 605-395-6605. Independent Ag, proud to support local sports and activities.
At Heartland State Bank, our customers are at the center of everything we do. Heartland State Bank is a family-owned community bank and here for you. We have an experienced lending staff for fast, local decisions. Heartland State Bank offers competitive rates and is proud to provide uptown services with a hometown touch. With 4 locations in Redfield, Tulare, Wessington, and Highmore, we aspire to support the communities we live and work in. Heartland State Bank, member FDIC.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Ken Greeno building here in Redfield, South Dakota. I'm Tommy Gregg, and my color guy is Kyle Falk here. Kyle, what'd you see out of that first set? What do the Pheasants got to do to turn this around?
Well, they got off to a little bit of a sluggish start there. Coach Osborne took a couple timeouts, got a few communication things sorted out for them. It looked like the tip coverage got better. They started making better decision-making at the end, but they just dug themselves too big of a hole to start.
Yeah, totally agree with you. Let's see if the Pheasants can get this second game and even it up at 1 game each here. Cameron Rolfs serving for the Pheasants, and it looked like that just clipped enough of the line, and a little bit of that southeast breeze from the air conditioning in here blew that one just enough on the line. The Pheasants are out to an early 1-0 lead. And there we go. Fast. Was that fast? My head was turned here, working on the computer. Fast chips in another one. Rolfs to Fast. You hear that quite a bit here in Redfield live ticket for volleyball season, so that's good to see Gracie get going after kind of a slow night there the other night against Miller. And Milbank comes right back, trying to check on the jersey there, and gets a point at the net. 14 there with the kill, Rachel Schulte. Serving for the Bulldogs is number 2, Addison Krause, and goes a little wide left for the Bulldogs. Pheasants out to a nice 3-1 lead here, looking to build off of it. Serving for the home team here is number 5, Mallory Smith, a senior middle hitter for the Pheasants. And a little miscue there. Is that an ace if it hits somebody and they don't hit it, or does an ace just got to hit the floor and be done?
Nope, it can be touched once to be an ace still.
Good to know. Learning my volleyball rules here as we go. That's always fun. Picking up on new things, lifelong learning. And Roselle pounds one through the middle there. Looks like she's going to pick up her fifth kill of the night. It seems Milbank really hasn't had a whole much of an answer for Roselle and Fast there.
No, it doesn't. It looks like if we move it around and go pin to pin, that's a nice block.
Yep, Roselle gets a block at the net on the middle there on Schulte. That's going to get the Pheasants another point, and all of a sudden, boom, we're up 6-1 here. Smith has really done a nice job serving and getting a few points for the Pheasants here in this second set. Schulte sends one, how would you say that, cross court or down the net, I guess?
Cross court.
And that was just a little too far for Chloe Zenz to dive and get it, and they get the point. Roselle takes a little off that one and hits it cross court, found a hole, and that's another kill. Serving for the Pheasants again here is going to be Gracie Fast. Up 7-2 here, set 2. And Schulte gets one to go down between the arms of Zenz and Roselle there.
Seems like that's been a thing for the Pheasants all night. The block is there, but they just can't get it closed up enough, and they're going through it.
Oh, look at that. Little finger roll if it was basketball season by Roselle. Got that thing up, underhanded it, rolled her across the top of the net and dropped it in. Coach Osborne's going to make a serving substitution here. Number 11, Weller in for Ann Smith. Weller, a senior for the Pheasants. Just goes a little long. Looks like the Pheasants would that be aggressive serving there?
Would be aggressive. I think that would be a product of coming right off the bench and trying to get going right away.
Milbank trailing 4-8. And Roselle kind of has the hot hand, gets another one down. She gets her 9th kill of the night. Nice little back set there by Rolfs. It does appear that Gracie Fast is in the back row there, so she can't hit up the net, so got to change our options a little bit. And Cameron Rolfs gets a nice kill there. We've talked about Rolf's jumping ability. She's not the tallest gal out there. I think she measures out at about 5'6", but she can really get up and show her athleticism there and put one down, and our setter got a kill there. And the Pheasants have now stormed out to a 10-4 lead, and Coach Hookey from Milbank is going to call a timeout and want to talk it over. We'll stay here instead of going to a break. Coach Falk, what have you seen early out of this set that has given the Pheasants a 10-4 lead?
Just the momentum. It's the way you start a set and the way you carry it through. You can't let the snowball get rolling and let one bad thing turn into 20. They're just being consistent and playing good volleyball right now.
How much does receiving the serve the right way and getting the ball to your setter, or how does that play into getting points?
That is huge. Your pass has to be right on the money so your setter can give your hitters a chance. If it's not there, you're out of system and you're looking at tips and roll shots, soft shots, just giving them the ball back, and then they get a chance to come right back at you.
Well said. Roselle serving for the Pheasants. And a block at the net. Couldn't tell if that was Zenz, number 8, or Mallory Smith getting that block down, but Coach Falk talked about that earlier in this set of executing and winning those block points and not losing them, and the Pheasants must have hurt him. And there we go. Roselle gets another one to drop in, and all of a sudden the Pheasants have kind of ballooned that lead out to 12-4. See if they can continue to pull away here early in set 2. Oh, that's a tough one for the Pheasants. Looked like the Milbank player, number 15, Cassidy Seas, maybe mistimed her jump and took a little off of that, and where the Pheasants thought it was going to land, it landed a little short than where it went, where they thought they were going to go with it. So Milbank picks up a point. There we go. Into the net, I believe. Yep. Milbank player steps into the net there, and maybe an unforced error, I'd maybe call that. Yep. And Redfield will take the point. Serving for the Pheasants would be number 8, Chloe Fast. She's a 5'8" junior. And a hitting error right into the net for the Pheasants. Pheasants were scrambling there. What'd you see there?
Just a little miscommunication. It looked like Weller was going to come in on a little tip coverage, and they went outside on her, and she had to scramble to get back.
Well, I'm glad we figured it out and got the point. Adding to our tally, Pheasants up 14-5. And Fast drops another one in off a Milbank arm. She's up to 8 on the night. Her and Roselle are really having a pretty good night up front at the net for the Pheasants. Up by 10, 15-5, set 2. What do you got there, Coach Falk? I don't know that hand signal.
That would be a double hit there.
Oh,
she didn't get both hands on the set, and one came off before the other.
Interesting. Well, I'm starting.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
You'll find friendly, small-town service at your locally owned and operated SBS Lumber and Hardware in Redfield.
And welcome back from that timeout here. We are back at the Ken Greeno building in Redfield, South Dakota in this Northeast Conference matchup between Milbank and the Redfield Pheasants. Milbank took the first set, and now Redfield's out to a healthy lead in set number 2, looking to even the match at 1 each. Chloe Zen serving for the Pheasants and gets an ace. It's always nice to get one of those out of a timeout, huh?
Yes, it is.
And in volleyball, you get 2 timeouts per game, correct?
That is correct.
So you got to be kind of smart on how you use them, and I'm sure Coach Hookie did not want that result after that timeout. And a nice little drop set there by number 6, Avery Ingerboretson. She's a 5'7" senior. Setter right side for the Bulldogs. Trying to read here. I think that's 12 maybe. Number 12, Cameron Wise, serving for the Bulldogs, if I can read her number correctly. And a little back set to Mallory Smith, and she just can't get it right over the net. And now the Milbank Bulldogs have picked up a couple points in a row. Score 17-7 in favor of Redfield. Kind of a funky serve there, kept the Pheasants off balance, and Gracie Fast puts one into the net, and Bulldogs get another point here. 3 in a row for the Bulldogs. Pheasants looking to stop this rally. Ooh, there we go. Nice block at the net, but that ball came hard off the hands of Gracie Fast, and Milbank blocks it out of bounds. That is Fast's 9th kill of the night. Rolfs to Fast. Now Rolfs will go back to the service line, leading 18-8, set number 2. And Milbank, Cameron Wise drops one into the net. It does seem the Pheasants are really moving a lot better, maybe just getting familiar with Milbank, or they're talking more, but they're really moving there. And now, what do you say there? Rolfs go a little short on that one, take a little off. And all of a sudden now it's 20-8. Pheasants really starting to put it together here. Set number 2 from the Ken Greeno building. Ooh, Mallory Smith goes deep and gets one in before the line. Her second kill of the night.
Rolfs is doing a really nice job of mixing up her serves here, going short and long, mixing up velocity and a little finesse.
And is that where you see that back row of players? They got to kind of go up and back based off of how it's being served?
Yep.
Always strategy involved in athletics. Fast hits one a little high and long there, and Milbank will go to the service line. Looks like, is that 2? Looks like number 2, Addison Krause, serving for the Bulldogs. Oh, drops one in. She also played that eastern wind out of the air conditioning vent there and dropped one right on the line. Kind of had Chloe Zenz a little, should I hit it or shouldn't I? And she decided not to, and it came right back. Tough luck there for the Pheasants. Fast just pounded one at a good angle to the ground, and Milbank throws an arm out and gets it to come back, and Redfield was kind of celebrating, kind of not, and caught him out, kind of caught us sleeping. Go ahead.
That's that float serve right there where it'll just die on you and drop.
Krause is getting Milbank, giving him some life here, trailing 12-21, set number 2. Milbank took the first set, and boom, just like that. It's nice to have a closer like Grace Fast, and Cameron Rawls put that ball right on the money, and she went to the near side line and just found a hole.
Yep, that was just how it was drawn up by Coach Osborne there, textbook.
Mallory Smith serving for the Pheasants. And Roselle tries to block, I believe that is number 15, 14, Rachel Schulte there, and Schulte finds a way to get it down. Milbank back to the service line. Pheasants try a slide there, or is that a C?
No, that was a slide.
I did pick up some knowledge in a volleyball coaching class, and that's about 15, 17 years ago, and I know we have a C and a slide, among other things, but those are the ones I'm familiar with. And the crafty veteran, Annie Smith, drops a kill in there, getting her first of the night. That was a big point for the Pheasants. Gracie Fast serving now up 23-14. Pheasants all over the set number 2 here from the Ken Greeno building in Redfield. Roselle goes with a little tip. What do you see there? Are they sliding back? Milbank sliding back and anticipating what?
They were anticipating Roselle just smashing the ball there, and she saw the middle open up and just a little tip to drop it in.
Fast serves up 24-14. Set point for the Pheasants if they can finish it off. And they go to Zenz, put a good hit on it, but Milbank's had 2 defenders at the net, and they blocked it back down. Nice, powerful kill attempt or attack there by Zenz. Good to see her getting some sets here and spreading their wealth around a little bit for the Pheasants. Milbank trails 15-24, and an unforced error. And the Pheasants take set number 2, 25-15, and even up this match at 1 set each after 2 games. We will be back after these few commercials.
They have all your small home repair needs covered. Plus, they now carry lumber and Valspar paints, along with all of your painting supplies. They have your fencing needs covered too. From carry pet to livestock, they're a proud supporter of all youth athletics and activities. So for whatever you need, look no further than your locally owned and operated SBS Lumber and Hardware in Redfield.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Acres Ahead is back with AgTegra Cooperative. Now is the time to secure product, lock in early season prices, and receive delayed payment terms on your agronomy inputs. Fertilizer, seed, and crop protection purchases from Acres Ahead also qualify for triple play grain premiums, diesel discounts, and feed discounts. Contact your local AgTegra agronomist to learn more on how Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. AgTegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Independent Ag in Bristol, Verdon, Roscoe, and Watertown. A local business providing local...
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Redfield Greeno building for set number 3. We are knotted up at 1 each, and out of the serve, Milbank had the serve, Kraus serving. Redfield goes back to Grace Fast. Rolf's too fast for another kill. She's up to 11 in the match tonight. Rolf's now serving for the Pheasants. Attacks deep. Mallory Smith tries a tip at the net and is met by 14 Schulte and I believe maybe 16 Snaza. And they put it right back down to notch the score at 1 each. Sorry, Milbank fans, if we're getting some of these names right. These numbers are tough to read with the jersey color combination here from where we are sitting. So our apologies. We are trying our best. And looks like Redfield, Smith and Smith, no relation at the net with the block. That's my favorite one to say. Takes me all day to come up with those, but Mallory and Annie are both seniors, but not related, but have the same last name, spelled the same. How about that? Pheasants with an early 2-1 lead. And the long rally goes. Is it a rally or a volley? I like rally.
Yeah, I'll go with rally too.
Rally goes to the Pheasants, and that's, they're starting to win their fair share of those. And some nights they've been unsuccessful. They've lost their fair share of those. Mallory sends a rocket to the back row off of Kraus's forearm, and that's another ace. Pheasants starting to rack up some aces on the night, too. Schulte gets that one to drop down. Not Schulte, excuse me, Cassidy Seeds over Roselle and Smith there at the net. Milbank now serving, trailing 2-4. And just serves one into the net. With the rally scoring, those are big. Anytime you make an unforced error, the point goes directly to the other team, plus they get the ball back.
Yep.
Fast serving for the Pheasants. Snaza at the net, but Roselle rejects it and puts it right down on the center circle. Another long rally. Pheasants come back victorious. They had to kind of scramble to get that one. Roselle tries it again at the net, and this time Snaza rejects her and sets it back on the circle on the other side of the net. Milbank will now serve, trailing 3-6, set number 3. Each team has won a game each of the first 2. And Snaza again up the middle and gets it to fall.
I saw Coach Osborne talking at the set break there about the block, and he's telling his girls to press over on the block instead of going straight up, because that's what happens. It either comes down the front or you tool it off on a hit and it goes out of bounds.
And we're going to give that to Chloe Zenz, a nice little tip block there. Roselle maybe chipped in, but Zenz gets up at the net. Another Pheasant that is a good athlete. Zenz comes in as a junior. 5'6", good jumping ability, outside hitter for Coach Osborne. Serving for the Pheasants now, number 11, Marie Weller. She's another senior. Pheasants are very senior heavy, and there's another block at the net. This time Roselle and Rolfs. So like Mr. Falk just said here, Coach Osborne had a big emphasis at the set break of changing the way we're blocking a little bit. The technique, I would say. And Fast goes with a little wheel spike or a little runner there and goes long.
Looked like she was trying to play a little roll shot to the back line, hoping it would drop in there, but just got a little too much of it.
Serving for Milbank, I believe, is number 5, Haley Schulte, the libero. Vegas gold jersey, and gets an ace. Milbank trailing 8-6 here. Been a pretty good third set here. First team to 3 wins the match. Big one for tournament seeding and conference seeding. And Milbank goes cross court. I believe that is C's or Rachel Schulte. Tough to tell on the jersey again, so we apologize. And Milbank within 1. Schulte Haley, a 5'3" senior, serving for the Bulldogs. Ooh, Roselle finds that back line. Nice little back set there from Rolfs, and Roselle puts it down. Do the setters ever kind of lead with their eyes a little bit and then mix it up like that and send a back set in there?
They try to, yeah. Most of the time it's on a first ball like that. It's kind of premeditated where they're going to go.
And just a miscommunication there by the Pheasants. Couple of players kind of bumped hits. Both teams were reeling there, scrambling, got out of system. That would be a new word I picked up tonight from Coach Falk, so thank you. And Milbank wins the point. Cut it to 1, 8-9, favor the Pheasants. Both teams playing like they really want this second set. And Fastest puts one down the near side line and had Milbank frozen. I don't know if it looked like she was going to hit it another direction, but the back row defender just kind of looked there like a deer in headlights.
Yeah. That's what happens on those back row attacks. They kind of don't know where they're going to go, if they're going to go short, long, and miscommunications.
Chloe Zen sends one deep and in and gets another ace. Pheasants serving really well tonight and really aggressive. Leading 11-8, set number 2. And you get Mallory Smith and Gracie Fast with the block at the net. We've seen some pretty good activity at the net tonight with the Pheasants and blocking, and Coach Hookey wants to call a timeout. Bulldogs trailing 12-8. We will be back after these messages from our sponsor.
Local service and local expertise. They're farmer-focused, service-driven, with a very knowledgeable staff that offers seed, chemical, and fertilizer sales. They make competitive offers at Independent Ag. They say, we know your acre. Check out the website, independentagservices.com, or call 605-395-6605. Independent Ag, proud to support local sports and activity.
And welcome back to the Greeno building. Milbank coming out of a timeout here called by Coach Hookey, trailing 8-12. Anything you maybe see coming out of this timeout if you're in this situation?
They just need a point coming out here. It's one of those things. I think Redfield needs to start swinging some more and quit trying to go with so many finesse shots. That way they back that back line up and the middle will open up for them and give them those easy points again.
So Coach Hookey looking to break the momentum or maybe ice the server, and it worked out for the Bulldogs. I believe this is Addison Krause serving, or Jenna Dexter, for the Bulldogs. Pheasants leading 12-9, set 3.
And then that
battle at the net, and it looks like number 8, Riley Overbay, scraped the net there for the Bulldogs. Pheasants retain the point, and Annie Smith checks in for number 11, Marie Weller. Cameron Ross at the service line. See if she can rip off some points here for the Pheasants, who are leading 13-9. Oh, and the Pheasants dodged a bullet there, just a hair long. That's one Milbank would probably want back. I think she takes a little off that. There was nobody home.
Nope, she had the right spot picked out, just couldn't place it in the court.
Rolf serving again, throws it up, hits it over. And there we go. Second time's the charm for 14. Rachel Schulte. She hit it over the first time, bounced right, blocked right back to her, and she got a better swing at it the second time and hammered that thing home. Milbank serving. And it looks like Mallory Smith through the middle, and she's picked up a couple of kills tonight. Roselle back in for Ashlyn Clausen, who runs the libero. Free sub rule there, I believe, with the libero, right? Anytime, yes. All the time?
Yep.
And that's an ace. That's going to drop down. And I'd say the Pheasants got a handful and a half of aces tonight, and Mallory Smith picks up her first. Smith serving again. Pheasants up 16-10. Oh, and 14. Schulte gets the better of the two Pheasant blockers there and gets another kill. That is her 11th kill of the ball game. Or, excuse me, we're not playing ball games. We're matches here. Excuse me, matches and sets. So Schulte putting together a nice night for the Bulldogs. And the Pheasants go back to Gracie Fast, this time on the far side of the court. Seems like she does a lot of her damage on the right side of the floor, Coach?
She's primarily an outside hitter on the left side, but it gives them such a different look when she's on that right side that it's hard to judge how her hit's going to go.
Fast goes back to the service line for the Pheasants and pounds one deep out of bounds. I believe Ingerboretson serving for the Bulldogs, trailing 12-17. Fast from the back row and just didn't get it quite high enough. How much different is it hitting from the back row compared to the front row?
Tons different. They got a lot more time to judge and time out their block, and that one, it was a good hit, but just right into the block.
And Milbank Ingerboretson sends one long. See, looks like Annie Smith, senior, 5'6" senior. Pheasants have quite a few seniors on the squad, hoping to make a deep run in postseason play. Annie Smith serves that one long. Weller checks in. Hard to believe, are we about halfway here almost? About halfway through the season? Pheasants really going to be taxed here this week and this weekend. They do head to Belfouche for a big tournament out there. Haven't been there in a long time, and so the ladies are going to be tired next week. Milbank, all of a sudden, number 12 puts it down, Cameron Weiss, and that's her 7th kill. Milbank Bulldogs nipping at the heels of the Pheasants, trailing 15-18. And long. Oh, not sure if we got a tip call or what. And it looked like we had a tip call initially and then maybe changed to out of bounds.
Yes.
Coach Osborne is not happy about it. Neither am I. And Milbank, all of a sudden, little ace there. And Coach Osborne wants to talk it over. Pheasants leading set number 3, 18-17. Milbank surging back. We'll see you after a couple of messages.
At Heartland State Bank, our customers are at the center of everything we do. Heartland State Bank is a family-owned community bank and here for you. We have an experienced lending staff for fast, local decisions. Heartland State Bank offers competitive rates and is proud to provide uptown services with a hometown touch. With 4 locations in Redfield, Tulare, Wessington, and Highmore, we aspire to support the communities we live and work in. Heartland State Bank, member FDIC.
And then 6. And welcome back to the Ken Greeno building here in Redfield. We've had a very exciting set number 3 here. What do you think the difference has been so far with Milbank's comeback, Coach?
I think it's been a lot of unforced errors that we've made on our part that have led them back in this game.
Are we back on our heels?
I wouldn't say we're back on our heels. I'm sure Coach Osborne came up with something there.
Well, he might have, but it didn't work there.
It got rejected.
Got rejected. And now we are tied. So the next 7 to 10 points are going to be huge, depending on how long this one goes. This has got...
That's a tough serve there, the ones that hit the tape and take a little speed off the ball.
Yep, Clausen dives and it hit the net, and then she's going to where it's going to fall, and it ricochets and hits her in a different part of the body. And all of a sudden, the Bulldogs up 19-18. And another ace. And now it's a little bit of a run here. Osborne wants another timeout. Talk this one over, maybe kill a little momentum on the Bulldog side and ice that server. We'll be back.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Welcome back here. Coach Osborne wasting no time getting after that second time out there. Big game in their big set in the match. Milbank has stormed back to take a 20-18 lead. Great third set here tonight from the Greeno building between these two NEC foes. And the Pheasants get one out of a timeout. Hitting there by the Bulldogs. Pheasants are trailing by 1. Roselle, 5'10" junior, serving for the Pheasants. And gets a little Little bounce off the top of the net. Milbank got one of those here about 3-4 points ago, and all of a sudden we're tied back up at 20. Pheasants are going to have to find a point at different places. Roselle and Faster in the back row both. Caught in a tough rotation here.
In the net, I believe.
Looks like long volley goes to Milbank there. In the net, a Pheasant player was in the net. Clausen comes in for Roselle to play the back row for the Pheasants. Pheasants need to answer back, trailing by 1 here. Out. Wasn't sure if that was blocked or not. Couldn't tell from here, but
looked like just a miss hit.
Miss hit there by Milbank. We've had a barn burner here. 21-21 all. Third set. Junior Chloe Zen serving for the Pheasants. Tied at 21. There you go, Gracie Fast. Rolfs to Fast, and she pounds one. That's a big point there from a senior when we needed a point. Coach Hookey is going to take a timeout, maybe feeling some momentum slipping away, and wants to talk it over. What do the Pheasants got to do here, Coach Falk, here to get these last 3 points and hold Milbank off? This has been a scrappy third set. Fun to watch.
It's going to be all about their defense right now. They're going to have to hold consistent, be in good positioning, get their blocks in, and when they get the opportunity, put the ball down when they get a chance to swing.
If you're Milbank here, what do you do? Depending on what rotation you're in, is there a quick hitter out of a timeout on your serve receive, or?
Yeah, they could call a slide or something here, but I'm guessing that the Pheasants are expecting something like that, so.
They'll set their blockers up to counter that?
Yep.
Zen serving for the Pheasants, up 21-22. Rolfs cross court to Fast, and she delivers. Up to her 16th kill on the night, and 2 big points by the senior outside hitter for the Pheasants.
Now they got Fast outside. Now would be a good time that they could set up a little setter dump here. The middle should open up a little, anticipating a big swing.
And in the net, I think?
No, 4 hits.
4 hits, can't do that. New rule this year, can't do that. Just kidding, it's always been 3, but big point for the Pheasants. 24-21 Pheasants. Zen's serving, game, set point. See if the Pheasants can come away with it. And a miscommunication there. Both Fast and Rolfs look at each other like, we shouldn't have let that drop. But tough point there, but Milbank serving now. Looks like number 2, Addison Krause, the sophomore. And that's a hitting error by Fast. Haven't seen too many of those tonight. She's been pretty good. Milbank nipping on the Pheasants' heels again, trailing 23-24. Krause serving.
A little overpass there.
And Milbank ties it up there down the line. A little block there. Maybe a kill by 14.
Gonna get a little extra volleyball here.
Yep, little Rachel Schulte. And we got to win by 2, don't we? That's the rule, South Dakota rule.
Yep.
And a serve from Ross got Fast a little off balance, but she was able to get it down. Looks like Rolfs is going to serve for the Pheasants. And Smith in for the Pheasants for Weller. Pheasants up one here in a thriller. Oh, looked like a nice digger kill there by Milbank, and Redfield tried digging it out, and two players got turned around and the pass went sideways. Milbank serving, knotted up at 25. Next point is crucial here for either team. And there we go, back at it again.
Milbank got a little straight up and down on their block there, and she just kind of tilted off the side of their arms to go out of bounds for a point.
Number 18 for Grace Fast tonight. She's having a night. We're only in set 3, and this could be a long night for both teams. Be interesting to see what she's at. Mallory Smith serving for the Pheasants. 5'7" senior. And the Pheasants win. What did you see there? Out of the net. Had a Milbank player in the net. 27-25. That is a heck of a third set. Now the Pheasants take set number 2. And we will go to commercial. See you in a couple.
You'll find friendly, small-town service at your locally owned and operated SBS Lumber and Hardware in Redfield. They have all your small home repair needs covered. Plus, they now carry lumber and Valspar paints, along with all of your painting supplies. They have your fencing needs covered, too. From carry pet to livestock, they're a proud supporter of all youth athletics and activities. So for whatever you need, look no further than your locally owned and operated SBS Lumber and Hardware in Redfield.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Acres Ahead is back with AgTegra Cooperative. Now is the time to secure product, lock in early season prices, and receive delayed payment terms on your agronomy inputs. Fertilizer, seed, and crop protection purchases from Acres Ahead also qualify for triple play grain premiums, diesel discounts, and feed discounts. Contact your local AgTegra agronomist to learn more on how Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. AgTegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
Spacebar. And welcome back to Redfield Pheasant Live Ticket. I am Tommy Gregg, and I'm with my new sidekick, volleyball extraordinaire. Believe it or not, this guy did coach some volleyball out in Pierway a few years ago. Brought him on to give us some better vocabulary and verbiage, and we had a heck of a third set there, 27-25. Redfield got up a little bit early. Milbank chipped away, took the lead. And then the Pheasants closed down the stretch with a heavy dosage of Gracie Fast. What did you see out of there? How's the ball getting to her? Is she getting to where she needs it? What is happening, Coach?
Well, right now we got 39 kills on the board, and you don't get that without some good setting. So you got to give a shout out to Cameron Rouse for getting the ball where she needs to. She's doing a heck of a job. She's all over the court, and you just got to tip your cap to her tonight.
How about the back row play by the Pheasants? You know, have they had some tough kills or passes or digs they need to dig out?
The digging could be a little better. They're not seeing the ball very well. I think it's coming out from behind the block, and they're just not keying on the ball. In serve receive, they've done a lot better. They started off very, very sluggish, and it's come a long ways. They're getting better first passes up to the setter where she can put the ball, and she can go pin to pin and get them moving around for points.
Awesome. Here we go. Set number 4 on her way. Rolf serving first, as she typically does for the Pheasants. And a hitting error by 14, Rachel Schulte.
It was a really good decision by Rolfs there to try to push that ball to the deep corner and get him out of system.
Rolf serving again, up 1-0. Goes a little short this time. Double hit there maybe.
Yep.
And Smith tried setting that, maybe caught too much of the palm there off of the fingertips. And we're knotted up at 1 each. See who the Bulldogs send to the service line. It's either 3, Jenna Dexter, or Addison Krause, number 2. Still struggling with the jersey numbers due to colors. Looks like that was 2, Krause serving for the Bulldogs. And a hitting error. Annie Smith knocks one into the net, and the Bulldogs jump out to 2-1 lead. You know the Bulldogs want this game. That second game was back and forth, and they need this to keep their night going. And that's a tip out of bounds. Be an ace for Krause. She's done a nice job serving for the Bulldog tonight.
Clausen just identified that too late is going to be out, and she couldn't pull the hands back in time.
And Fast rolls to Fast, and Fast cannot connect. All of a sudden, the Pheasants see themselves in a little bit of a hole here early. Krause serving, leading 4-1 for Milbank. And Smith with a jump ball at the net wins that one. Give herself a kill there. That's her 5th of the night. So Mallory's got a handful of kills, and now she jumps back to the service line, trailing 2-4. And what'd you see there, Coach?
In the net.
In the net. Got to learn that hand signal. I'll get there. We've got a few more home games, so Pheasants back in it, trailing 3-4. Mallory Smith serving. And a miscommunication there between a couple of Bulldogs, and we're knotted up at 4. This message just came across our announcing booth desk that we have some fans in Brookings that have been watching the Pheasants. We want to give them a shout out. Always good to have Pheasant fans throughout the state and other states. Redfield picks up another point there. Mallory Smith, nice little run here at the service line. And Ross with a little dump. Did she kind of walk Milbank into that one with eye contact on Fast there, or what'd you see, Coach?
Yep, that's exactly what happened there. They were expecting a big hit out of Fast, and she just kind of tipped it over the net and put it down.
And it looks like that was number 8. Riley Overbay goes long with a serve. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Get a couple kids going at the net, and Fast and Roselle, and more so Fast tonight. She's been a wrecking crew, but the defense is really going to roll their coverage towards her and open up the middle. And Rolfs goes up the middle to Roselle and takes a little off of it and gets it to fall, and Coach Hookie wants to call a timeout here. Bulldogs trailing 8-4.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the Ken Greeno building here in Redfield for tonight's volleyball matchup between the Milbank Bulldogs and the home squad, the Redfield Pheasants. We are in set number 3. Set number 4. Milbank comes out, kind of dominates the first set, takes set 1. Redfield takes Set 2 returns the favor, and then in set 3 it was back and forth, and Redfield wins a nail-biter, 27-25. And now is up 9-4 in set number 4. Pretty good volleyball being had tonight by both sides. A lot of hustle, a lot of good plays. Smith serving for the Pheasants, and she's been on a roll. And that was fast again. She had missed on about her last 2 set attempts, and she got that one down. She's up to 18 or 19 on the night, folks. And Smith, who came up big for the Pheasants, gets 7 points and serves that one long. Brings up number 8, Riley Overbay, for the Bulldogs. Overbay is a 5'6" senior. And Rolfs, Fast puts one back, blocked into her, off her arm, off of Annie Smith's shoulder and into the net for too many hits. And Milbank missed hits on that one. And looked on the near side here. There's a ball hitting Kraus. Could have maybe let it drop about a foot out of bounds. And she played it, and she seemed not happy with herself after she played it, realizing where it was at. Pheasants extend the lead to 5. And Rawls to Chloe Zenz. The 5'7" junior gets her first kill of the night. What'd you see there, Coach?
Very nice set there. Good placement on that swing.
And there you see the top of the net come into play. Milbank passes it low, ricochets off the net a couple of times, and then goes straight down. That's got to be a tough ball to play on when you're looking for somebody to put it down and at a good angle. Milbank serving, trailing 7-12. And Ross again finds that little dump. What do you call that? Little dump pass set. She's got a handful of those on the night, up to 3. Keeping that Milbank defense guessing out there. Weller in to serve for the Pheasants, up 13-7. Set number 4. And Weller chips in an ace. And she is excited about it. And I would say the Pheasants got around. We have nothing official up here, about 7, 8, 9 aces on the night, and they are going to go to a timeout. Looks like Coach Hookie wants to talk it over, and we will go to break as well.
Independent Ag in Bristol, Verdon, Roscoe, and Watertown. A local business providing local service and local expertise. They're farmer-focused, service-driven, with a very knowledgeable staff that offers seed, chemical, and fertilizer sales. They make competitive offers at Independent Ag. They say, we know your acre. Check out the website, independentagservices.com, or call 605-395-6605. Independent Ag, proud to support local.
And welcome back. You can see both teams still in huddle. Pheasants breaking it. Maybe you can hear the Go Pheasants, Go Pheasants, maybe NC Hammer type chant. It is American night here. And maybe by the cheers, maybe 90s night. But the student section is all decked out in America gear. Some neater than others, I guess. But good to see the student section getting into it. And the girls are playing hard on both sides, giving a good match to watch. Milbank comes out of the set and runs a quick hitter. What is that, Coach?
That was just a little quick set to the middle and sharp angle, put it down right in the middle of the defense. Not much you can do about that.
All set up by the pass out of the serve.
Yes.
Looked pretty crisp. Everything looked quick and crisp there for the Bulldogs. And now Weller knocks ones out of bounds, and Milbank takes the first 2 points out of the timeout. So Coach Hookie Did what she probably wanted to do there, slow the momentum for the Pheasants. Bulldogs trailing by 5. And we got another error for the Pheasants defensively. So they're chipping away. Bulldogs being pesky. Ingerboretson serving. 5'6" senior, number 7, Emily. And that's a turkey for her. Three aces in a row, or is that 4?
I believe it's 3, but
3.
I don't think we're bowling, Mr. Gregg.
No, we'll call it a pheasant then.
Okay.
Three aces in a row, but nice serving there by Ingerboretson. And she goes long. Nice serving job there for the senior from Milbank. Roselle serving for the Pheasants, up 15-11. Milbank has cut into the lead some here. And gets another point. Snaza uses the top of the net and off a Pheasant arm. For her, looks according to the board, her 10th kill. So quietly, the 5'11", I believe she's a sophomore now. Sophomore is putting up a nice night. And Milbank gets another one. A nice kill there by number 10. Skog. Hope I'm saying that right. 5'8" junior off of number 3, Jersey Morrison, who's checked in for the Pheasants here in set number 4. And just like that, Milbank has chipped away and has got it to 1 again. They have been very scrappy, very pesky. They are not going away tonight. Set number 4. And the serve goes into the net. Nice break there for the Pheasants. Haley Schulte did a nice job serving for the Bulldogs. That looks like that is Chloe Zen serving for the Pheasants. Up 2. Set 4. And a hitting error by number 10, Skylar Skog. 5'8" junior. Extends the Pheasant lead to 3. Pivotal set here for the Pheasants. If they win, they take the match. Milbank is hoping to keep it alive with a win, the set, and force it to 5. And a nice little athletic play by Rolfs there. That ball is hit hard. Clausen receives a back row. Somehow ball gets to Rolfs, and she throws an arm on it, and it gets it down on Milbank's side.
We're going to get a lift here, double hit.
Double hit lift by the Pheasants. I think that was by number 3, Jersey Morrison. Getting some action here in set number 4. Milbank back, got the lead down to 3 again. Ooh, any tip there at the net. The officials say no. Fast goes a little long. That thing was moving though. That had good velo on it. Fast goes up like she's going to put it down and pulls on the brakes there a little bit, and more of a finesse kill for Grace. She's up to 19 on the night, and you can just see that Milbank defense slide.
Yep, and that's exactly what those hard hits do. They start cheating that back line back to protect and opens everything in the middle up.
And you got to think about how much body control that takes. Fun to watch these kids jump up and really just hit the ball hard or take a little off. Rolf serving for the Pheasants, and the Pheasants lose a battle at the net. 19-17. Set number 4 is turning out to be a good one again, just like set number 3 here. Neither team able to pull too far ahead. And that's a push.
Yep, that would be a push. And just a mental lapse on the Milbank side to let that one fall.
Does that go down as a kill then?
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. So Fast gets 20. on the night. I believe that's a season high, and Pheasants maybe catch Milbank sleeping a little bit there and get an ace out of Mallory Smith. Mallory Smith is something to talk about this game. How many points do you think she's got at the service line?
Oh, she has at least 5. She's
That's a nice put down by Milbank, number 14. Rachel Schulte, she's up to 16 kills on the night. So Rachel, the 5'6" junior, putting together a strong performance. Milbank serving, trailing 18-21. And Roselle bounces a finesse, as I would call it, a finesse kill. Goes up like she's going to put it away hard and just drops it in there. Kate is up to 15. So the big hitters for the Pheasants combining for 35 kills tonight. And in these big conference games, region games, this is what you want out of your players that probably lead you in that category.
absolutely, you need them to show up every night here. You need everybody else to contribute.
Fast serves that one into the net, and Milbank takes the point. Comes back and gets one out of Redfield, serve receiver. Were we out of system there, Coach?
It was just a bad overpass, and it was blocked straight down for the point.
Oh, interesting insight as always, Coach Falk. Coach Osborne calls a timeout, and we will be back here after one commercial.
Sports and activities.
At Heartland State Bank, our customers are at the center of everything we do. Heartland State Bank is a family-owned community bank and here for you. We have an experienced lending staff for fast, local decisions. Heartland State Bank offers competitive rates and is proud to provide uptown services with a hometown touch. With 4 locations in Redfield, Tulare, Wessington, and Highmore, we aspire to support the communities we live and work in. Heartland State Bank, member FDIC.
And we're back out of the timeout by Coach Osborne. His Pheasants leading by 2. Milbank serving with a little bit of momentum, trying to ice the server here. And down the line or down the net, Milbank answers by number 10. Skylar Skog, she gets her 11th kill of the night, and Milbank's within 1. With the ball serving, 14, Schulte, the junior. Big points on the line for either squad here in set number 4. A long volley here. Oh, and Ross tries the back set. She kind of had to run for that pass, and it looked like it just slipped out of the thumbs going backwards.
Yep, just a little bit of a misset there.
And here we go. We're knotted up at 22, set number 4. An old NEC showdown. That was Zenz. Zenz takes this big swing at it. Gets good contact, but Snaza, the 5'11 sophomore for the Bulldogs, rejects it back to the other side. Milbank with a 23-22 lead. Pheasants need a point here. Roselle gets one up the middle and hits it high and long. And just like that, Milbank is up 24-22, and Coach Osborne's going to burn his final timeout. And we'll stay here. Coach Falk, what needs to happen for the Pheasants to come back here? They're down 2.
Well, we just need points. That's what it boils down to. We can't give one up, so we got to rattle at least 4 off in a row to win this.
If you're the Pheasants, do you run a quick hitter out of a timeout, something here out of serve receive? What do you think?
Right now, I don't think so. I think you just get the ball to Roselle fast and get a good swing on the ball. A lot of little errors happening right now. I don't think you want to try and get too technical and just keep it kind of fundamental.
So you just need to find a way to get a point.
Yep.
Otherwise, you got to take a 3-minute timeout and figure it out.
Yeah, exactly. And then we're on to a race of 15 if that happens.
Yep. Fourth set here. Milbank knocking on the door for a W in this set. And they go to Roselle. Nice serve received there for the Pheasants. Rolfs to Roselle. Puts it down, gets blocked out of bounds by a Milbank player, and all of a sudden it's 23-24. Weller serving for the Pheasants. This senior gets it over. Hey, Fast hits it just a little long from the back row there, and the Pheasants drop set number 4, 25-23, and we're going to the final set. Set number 5 at 2 each. Milbank takes the first set. Redfield takes the second and the third. Milbank takes the fourth, and that's how we get to 5. So stay tuned here. We'll be back after a few messages.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
You'll find friendly, small-town service at your locally owned and operated SBS Lumber and Hardware in Redfield. They have all your small home repair needs covered. Plus, they now carry lumber and Valspar paints, along with all of your painting supplies. They have your fencing needs covered, too. From carry pet to livestock, they're a proud supporter of all youth athletics and activities. So for whatever you need, look no further than your locally owned and operated SBS Lumber and Hardware in Redfield.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Acres Ahead is back with AgTegra Cooperative. Now is the time to secure product.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Greeno Building. We are knotted up at 2 sets each in this Northeast Conference showdown, battle, whatever you want to call it, between the Bulldogs of Milbank and the Redfield Pheasants. Milbank has won the serve, and Kraus serves it over. The race to 15, as Coach Falk says. There we go. Gracie Fast down the near sideline. 21st kill of the night. Coach Falk, what's got to happen tonight in this final set for the Pheasants to be successful?
Well, we got to get off to a fast start here, and that helps. We got to rattle off 4 or 5 points right away, because in a race to 15, a 5-point hole is huge.
Rolf serving first for the Pheasants. And Fast. We're going to go back. It looks like Rolfs is going to go back to the well till it's dry, and she's up to 22 on the night. So excellent night for Gracie. Oh, and a crafty play there by Mallory Smith. A little dump set there. Had looked like number 6. Avery Ingerboretson stretched up there to maybe block it, and Smith dumps it down the net. Pheasants out to a 3-0 lead. Kraus tries a dump, received by the Pheasants, and number 5, Haley Schulte, 5'3" senior, couldn't handle it for Milbank, and just like that, you were talking, Pheasants out 4-0. Got a tip there and off the Pheasants, and Milbank gets a point. First of the set, trailing 4-1. And that's an ace, and just like that, Bulldogs right back in it. And I think in this 5th set, momentum's got to be such a big wave to ride.
It is. It's huge. It can make or break you in a hurry in these short sets like this.
And just like that, you've seen this, the longer we've went, the Pheasants really have struggled with serve receive, especially in the middle to back areas. Milbank really attacking those back quadrants.
They're going to call Gracie in the net there.
Fast gets tangled up in the net a little bit there with the torso, it looked like. And we're tied 4-4.
Set got a little tight to the net there, and she had too much momentum to get stopped.
Mallory Smith with a big kill. Pheasants really needed that one. It's been a weird 5th set. Smith up to 8 on the night, but Pheasants storm out to a 4-0 lead. Milbank comes right back and gets the next 4. Pheasants get the next one. That's how we get to be up 5-4. How about that? And here we go. And Milbank gets it down. That's number 14. Rachel Schulte with her 17th or 18th kill of the night. So Rachel putting together a very stellar evening. Bulldogs serving, tied at 5. And it looks like that was just a missed time of the jump there, Coach,
yes.
by, I don't know who that is. I can't see. Skog, maybe?
Yep. Set probably got a little too high, and she just mistimed her jump.
Fast serving for the Pheasants with the 1-point lead, up 6-5, set number 5. And Annie Smith tries to get one to go down and is met at the net by number 10, Skog. Skog is a 5'8" junior outside hitter, and we're knotted at 6. Oh, didn't think Milbank got that one over, but found the top of the net and dropped in. Ooh, Roselle wanted that one back. You could see it when we got a tip there? Or?
I didn't see the call.
I'm assuming that's a tip there. You could see when that left Roselle's hand, her body language, she wasn't happy with it. She got her 16th kill, but it must have found some Bulldog there, and Pheasants are up 7-6. Entertaining 5th set. And Milbank tries something quick up the middle, and Roselle rejects it. And now Pheasants take an 8-6 lead. Number 11, Weller, the senior, serving for Coach Osborne and the Pheasants. And that ball is dug out by Chloe Zen. She mispasses there, and it goes right up to Sinaza, who stands at 5'11", and that's just a cookie there for her, and she put it down.
Yep, those overpasses like that, they can get put down in a hurry.
Bulldogs trailing 7-8. Pheasants out of system. And catch a lucky break there, Coach. What happened on the Bulldog side?
There was a double hit on their side before that. before Roselle got into the net. So,
speaking of Roselle, she is now going to the service line for the Pheasants, leading 9-7, and drops it in there. Milbank was uncertain on if they were going to hit that one back or play that ball, and wrong decision. And Pheasants now have got a 10-7 lead. This has just been a thrilling match tonight. All the games have been competitive, back and forth, scratching and clawing, and including this fifth set. Pheasants are up 3, but 3 doesn't seem like a whole lot, does it?
not with the rally scoring. There isn't a comfortable lead till you get out to 7 or 8 where you can just trade points back and forth.
And both teams have made runs at each other. It appears, from my little volleyball knowledge, that Milbank's really taken advantage down the net. Wherever they're hitting to the opposite side, they're seeing a hole there.
Yep. Our tip coverage wasn't that great to begin with, and they started placing some nice cut shots, and they've been finding their way to the floor.
So we'll find out of this timeout. Coach Hookey called it. Wants to probably put a stall to Redfield's momentum. Redfield needs 5 to win this match. This would be a big win on the home floor. Milbank, very talented squad. Redfield, also very talented. Roselle serves. And Mallory Smith up the middle. Smith is up to 9 kills. I'll tell you what, Mallory Smith has been very great behind the service line and at the net tonight for the Pheasants.
Yes, been very consistent.
Unsung hero for the home team. Pheasants have the Bulldogs scrambling a little. And Smith tries, is that a slide there?
No, it was just a back set trying to hit the opposite side there, and the set just pulled her off the net. It was too far back, and she wasn't able to get it over.
Bulldogs serving, trailing 8-11. Fifth set here from the Ken Greeno building. Another long rally by either side, and Gracie Fast goes up from the back row. Looks like she's going to hammer it, and just does a push set.
Yep, she had the vision there. She saw the back row start to back up and just dropped it right in the middle. Coach wants a timeout.
23rd kill for Gracie Fast, and I've been to a few games over the last few years and my tenure here, and that 23 is quite the number. That's probably pretty close to I'm sure a career high, if not a high for a Pheasants player in some time. Pheasants leading 12-8, set number 5 here. And both teams trying to talk it out here in the timeout to figure out how they're going to find a way to a victory here in set number 5. What do the Pheasants got to do quickly, Coach, and what do the Bulldogs got to do to get back into this thing?
Well, the Bulldogs just need to come together as a team here, and they can't have any mental lapses. They're out of points to give away, basically. Coach Osborne's probably telling her girls, don't get too high on emotions here, play your game, and bring this one home.
With rally scoring, you'll take points any way you can get them.
Absolutely.
Zen serving for the Pheasants. And Fast hits one off of a couple of Milbank Bulldogs, and good timeout for Coach Hookey. Got her squad a point there. Looks like that's 7. Emily Jo Walschlager, 5'6" senior, serving for the Bulldogs. Trailing by 3. Milbank comes away with the point after the long rally back and forth. Or did they? Not sure there. I looked away.
Yeah, me too.
Not sure here. Milbank doesn't want to give it up. Both teams want to serve the ball. Appears Redfield got the point. We're not sure what happened. Looked like it was in by our area, but play continues on. A nice play by Mallory Smith at the net there, battling.
Ref called 4 hits there.
Okay, did you see 4 or 3? Or?
It looked like 3 to me. It looked like they played it out of the net once, but
well, most nights I have a hard time counting to 3, so I get a little lost here sometimes. And Milbank fires back. Pheasants are at 14. And a couple of tough calls going against Milbank. Number 8, Overby gets her, looked like her 3rd or 4th kill of the night. Milbank serving, trailing 14-10. And Rolfe with the little dump set there. Maybe caught the Bulldogs looking out at Fast on the outside, who was at a monster night. And it falls in. Redfield Pheasants take set number 5 by a score of 15-10. We'll be back after one commercial here to talk this one over. This was a thriller from the Ken Greeno building. Pheasants hang on and win in 5.
Lock in early season prices and receive delayed payment terms on your agronomy inputs. Fertilizer, seed, and crop protection purchases from Acres Ahead also qualify for triple play grain premiums, diesel discounts, and feed discounts. Contact your local AgTagra agronomist to learn more on how Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. AgTagra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
And welcome back. You can see from our camera, a lot of the patrons in the gym are starting to file up. The student section was really jacked up over that ball game there. It is America themed tonight, as the student section does mix it up from time to time. The other night it was Cowboy night, and that was quite interesting. But great match tonight here from the Greeno building. Two of some of the conference's storied programs, Redfield and Milbank, battling it out. Redfield comes out victoriously, 3-2 and 5, but there was nothing easy about tonight. They get behind 1-0 to start, and then it was just a slugfest and a battle down the stretch. Let's talk about the night Gracie Fast had for the Pheasants. 23 kills in 5 games. Talk about that, Coach.
That is a night right there. People will take notice of that. You can bet that when film gets traded around, it'll be something everybody looks at. But that's when they start keying on one player, and we got to start spreading the wealth around a little bit too and get other players involved. There's ways around it, and she can still get her kills.
Yeah, and I believe Kate Roselle was in the upper teens, 16, 17 kills on the night, so kind of having a Batman and Robin or a sidekick. But Mallory Smith, some of the stuff she does is not always noticeable, but she had 9 kills tonight, and I thought her play at the net opposite of Snaza, who's a little bit taller than her and has very good jumping ability. I thought Mallory held her own in there. What did you see there?
She was the picture of consistency tonight. She could go back to the line and serve. She was there on defense, and she put the ball away when she needed to. Help chip into a good team win for the Pheasants tonight.
So 2 gals for the Pheasants with double figures in kills, and Smith knocking on the door at 9. You got to kind of like that. Like you said, spreading the wealth around, and good ball clubs do that. This Milbank squad was led by Rachel Schulte, the junior, with 18 kills. Claire Snaza with 12. And it looks like number 10, Skylar Skog, she had, according to our scoreboard, maybe 10 also. So Milbank had 3 girls, and the longer you play, the more opportunities you're going to have. But to get 2 good teams on the floor, and this was just I don't want to say epic, but a very good volleyball game to watch and fun to announce. Both teams played their heart out, and they just kind of kept coming back on each other, and it was fun to watch. So Pheasants should remain in the number 1 seed for the region, which is big. You want to be one of those top 2 seeds to host a pod in the playoffs to get to that round of 16. I know that's a goal for the ladies and Coach Osborne. Want to get back to that. And they remain 6-0 in the conference, probably another goal for the Pheasants. Coming up for the Pheasants, they head west. It's been a while since we've probably been west of the Missouri.
I'm sure.
And Coach Osborne's got a trip for the gals to head out play Bellefouche. Bellefouche comes to the Pheasant volleyball tournament the last few years, so you scratch our back, we'll scratch yours type deal. And in talking to some of the girls, they're going to probably play Bell, I think Custer, and then maybe some Montana, Wyoming teams. So going out there, you get some different competition. What are you trying to do if you're in Coach Osborne's shoes?
There you're just trying to win. There's a lot of different teams you won't see, you won't have film on, so you just got to go out and play. And the way the team played tonight, if they can stay consistent, not have the slow starts like they did a couple of the sets, and win some games, it's going to pay off in the end with them with some points.
Yeah, it makes you wonder. You talked about the scouting aspect of it, and I know volleyball coaches scout some more than others, what have you. Everybody's got their own opinion and theory on that, but maybe the Pheasants go out there and go under radar a little bit. They've got a nice ball club, a veteran ball club, a club you can take on a long trip like that and go out there and take care of business. So excited to see how the Pheasants do West River, and like you said, to comment, Pheasants got to get off to a little bit better start. Tonight they kind of got knocked back on their heels in that first match. Like you mentioned, they were out of system a little bit with their serve receive, but I think as the match went on, you saw more talking, more communicating, more confidence, and that led to more points for the Pheasants. So great one tonight again in the Greeno building. Pheasants win in 5 and improve their conference record to 6-0. Got a big next few days. We appreciate you watching. Hopefully we keep getting better. It was good to have my sidekick here tonight. He's been battling a cold, so we're hoping to have him a couple games ago. But we appreciate you listening from near and far, North Dakota, South Dakota, Iowa, Wisconsin, wherever you're listening. We appreciate it. And Pheasants win, and good night, everybody.